Welcome back to another Pokemon What If Wednesday, where every Wednesday morning I go through last week's investing and collecting questions, where your guys' questions will actually be featured in the video, and one person's question will help me make the thumbnail every single week. So please drop your questions down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And if I did comment to you saying, great question, I might use this, and I didn't, please drop that same question again and make sure you put repeat question and it will get moved to the top. And I'm not saying I'm some guru who just knows everything, but when I'm unsure, I always like to talk it out with a few people. It always helps me make my final decision. But we do have to get thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Collectr. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your current collection. They have over 25 different TCGs with over 1.5 million products tracked. You know, they have recently sold listings, they have pop reports, they have an awesome social component too, where you can actually see other people's profiles. And I am now in the creators corner, so if you go to the home page and scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see me down there next to Pat Flynn. And you can click on that and you can see everything in my collection. You can have it private or not, but I had mine public, so you can check everything out that I have. So honestly, it's a great time. And one of the best things about it too is you can actually just scan the cards and boxes. Makes it so much easier, and it is so fast. So definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. But all right, let's get to the first question here. First one is from SotoRC 1448. Do you think the hobby is too expensive right now? So, I mean, if you look at it, it looks pretty expensive. Lots of booster boxes. $150 to like $500. Fusion Strike $490, Tempora Forces $150. I mean, Surging Sparks $240, Twilight Masquerade $188. Now that does seem very, very expensive. But here's the thing, everybody's super negative right now in the hobby, and everybody's scared. So when that happens, I just try to look at like the positives, because we do have a lot of positives in this hobby, which I'm about to show you right now. I see a lot of people saying they want to get out of the hobby, and they don't want to do it, it's too expensive. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of different ways that you guys can enjoy the hobby still, and it's very affordable. I mean, just look at booster packs. I mean, Obsidian Flames, Sleeve Booster, $378 market price. Scarlet and Violet, $379. Paradox Rift, $388. Tempora Forces, $4.21. If you guys go buy a sleeve booster from Walmart, I think it's like $5. Might even be $5.50, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I bought some sleeve boosters from Walmart, but Stellar Crown, market price $4.25. Astral Radiance, a Sword and Shield set with alternate arts, market price $4.48. Paldea Evolved, $200 a booster box. Sleeve boosters only $4.59. Twilight Masquerade, $4.65. Silver Tempest, $4.81. Even Brilliant Stars, $4.92 for a booster pack. Now, booster packs aren't the best to buy, but if you find a legit seller, I wouldn't worry too much. I know there's a video that came out recently where people can like scan some of the Sword and Shield packs or something, but if you just get from a legit seller, you do not really have to worry about that. And then too, you can always get sleeve boosters. They have check lane blisters that are still cheap. We'll go to the next page. We got Silver Tempest sleeve boosters at $4.95. Paldea Evolved booster packs, $5. Chilling Rain, $6. Crown Zenith, $6. And then too, the 3-pack blisters are cheap. A lot of the booster bundles are still really affordable. You just got to look around. And then too, if you think about, everybody's really upset about Journey Together, how they didn't get it. I mean, it was all in stock for pre-order if you went to your GameStop. Obviously the Pokemon Center ETB sold out, but still, you guys could have got every single product at MSRP from GameStop. I know it sucks, and I definitely feel like Pokemon needs to print a lot more, and I really feel like they will in 2025. And I keep seeing people say too that it won't matter, but it will. If they print a ton and we get, Scarlet and Violet 5 all the way up, all at the same time, you got to think like it will definitely flood the market and make prices come down for sure. But another thing too, here's the big thing for me, because I don't open a ton of product because, honestly, it costs so much money, and I would much rather just buy the cards because, I mean, that's what I'm doing here. I want to collect these Pokemon cards. And that's the other thing too. I see so many people say the Scarlet and Violet era is just so expensive. But if you really look at it, the top 12 cards here, I mean, not even the top 12, the top 7 cards are over $100. We're going to get a few more with Prismatic Evolutions, obviously. But if you remember the Sword and Shield era, I mean, just look at Evolving Skies. They got, the top 10 cards are over $100. And then they have 2 more cards that are really close to 100. And that is just Evolving Skies compared to the entire Scarlet and Violet era. So there are still so many beautiful cards that are very affordable. I mean, the Blastoise at $75 is crazy. Venusaur at $75 is crazy. Zapdos at $62 is crazy. And then you got to think we have hundreds of illustration rares now. And so many of them are like literally $5 or less. So, that's why I always preach, just buy singles, especially if you're about to leave the hobby. just order some singles. You know, if you love spending time with your family or your kids opening packs, go to a card shop. That is just as fun. Like looking through the cases, go to a card show. It's a blast, I promise you. So yeah, you know, don't give up. There's still so many positives in the hobby. But I've seen so many of the creators now do their negative rants and stuff, so I just figured I could do a positive rant and show what's good in the hobby, because I don't want people to leave, you know? I want everybody in this hobby. It's a good time. And then same thing with the players. If you guys want to get into playing the TCG and you're worried about it being expensive, the cheaper EX cards that nobody wants, they do the exact same thing as the special illustration rares. So, you know, playing the TCG is still very affordable. Plus, a lot of stores, you know, they'll be doing the actual build and battle kits for cheap on release and stuff. So you do not really have to worry about that. It's just going to be a little more expensive to get some of your, you know, super crazy cards that you want in your deck to make your deck all flashy. So yeah, everybody, don't give up. But all right, next question is from a member at Trainer Jazzy. Hi, PokeBeard. First, I love your channel. I was wondering if you had an opinion on the Gardevoir EX from Paldean Fates. It's going up quite drastically. Maybe next Bubble Mew, or maybe it'll drop drastically. Was wondering your thoughts. Thanks. So yeah, that Gardevoir is crazy. I've been talking about that since it was like $40. I just feel like it was so undervalued compared to the Bubble Mew and the Charizard. I think the art is much better than the Bubble Mew and the Charizard, but you guys know I like the little bit more realistic arts. But I think the card is top tier. And then I also said like 15 different times that I feel like this is going to be the next $100 card, and it is. And I could see it going even higher. I could see this being a $150 card. There's no reason why it couldn't get there, you know, if you compare it to the Mew and the Charizard and everything else that's, you know, in that price range. I think is right up there with it, especially with how expensive Paldean Fates is getting. All right, next question is from @ClaymanIFCC, another member. So I picked up some sleeve boosters of Surging Sparks to 10 plus years down the road, sell the arts on the sleeve together as a set. I've seen a few older sets go for a good price. I also got lucky enough to get a Surging Sparks sleeve booster display. I plan to fill it up and sell it off in a decade or so as well. Have they ever reprinted sleeve boosters in the past, or do they just reprint booster boxes and sometimes UPCs? So I have seen some sleeve boosters definitely get reprinted, but if you think about it, Surging Sparks is so expensive. If you can get these sleeve boosters for a good deal, you know, if you're hunting them down and or maybe even finding them at Target and stuff, you know, that's not a terrible idea. But just know they do move slower. So like look at Fusion Strike right here. We have a bunch of sales right around $10. And if you think about it, if you sell 36 of them at $10, that's $360. When the actual booster box, you know, is going for almost $500. So if you are doing the sleeve boosters and 3-pack blisters, just know they will move a lot slower than ETBs and booster boxes, which, you know, is pretty obvious. But again, if you're on a budget especially, sleeve boosters are fine. Just got to be extremely patient. But yeah, especially when the booster box is so expensive, if you can find those sleeve boosters at Target and stuff, definitely not a terrible idea for sure. All right, next question is from @Dabaz Biznich. Hello, Beard. Enjoy your content and watch every video. Do you think some of these SIRs that are too expensive, like the Pikachu EX, Umbreon EX, Charizard 151, and a PSA 10, is worth getting a 9 in English or 10 in Japanese long term? So if I were to ever get a 9 for Modern, it would definitely be of like a high value card. Like let's say, you know, some Sword and Shield alternate arts like Giratina and stuff that's like really expensive. But for most people, PSA 9 for Modern English is pretty much the equivalent to raw. So it kind of depends on the deal you're getting. But for a Japanese 10, I know a lot of people are definitely interested in getting some Japanese cards, especially if you don't play the game and you just want the beautiful cards for the arts to just collect, which is totally fine. I know some people that collect Japanese only are going to get a little upset because it will raise the prices on some of these cards. But I mean, that's going to happen, and everybody should be able to collect whatever they want. But the Milotic here in Japanese, I mean, in a PSA 10, sells for around $100. And then if you look at the English Milotic here, last sold $440, $450, $425. And just know the Japanese cards do pop a little better, and the quality is much better. Like those are actual facts that cannot be disputed. So, you know, it is a great option, especially if you just want the arts. And then like investment wise, it's kind of 50-50 for some of these Japanese cards. As long as you're getting it for that cheap, I feel like you can't really lose money on it, but it's not a guarantee that it'll just like gain a ton of value in the future. But if the English keeps rising, usually the Japanese does fall a little bit. All right, next question is from @Zoomery8369. Hey Beard, love the content, man. You run one of the most informative and genuine Pokemon card channels on YouTube. Thank you. I was wondering if you think it would be a good idea to sell my hyper rare gold Surging Sparks Pikachu if it comes back from PSA as a 10 or hold it for the future. I'm not very educated on the history of gold cards in the market and was looking for your opinion. Thanks a lot. So if you look at the history of gold cards, I would probably sell it, to be honest. Last sold $450 in a 10, $435, $450. The most expensive gold card in the Sword and Shield era is the Snorlax, which is like $50 raw right now, maybe $60. Of course, we got a few gold cards from Crown Zenith, but those are literally gold alternate cards. This is just a gold Pikachu full art where you can get the exact same art again with the full art Terra card. So it's not, you know, an exclusive art or anything like that. So if it were me, I would probably sell it. I could see this card definitely coming down in price, especially we got some banger sets coming, so people will have a lot more cards to choose from. All right, next question is from @PokeHutch90. Hey Beard, do you think after Prismatic Evolutions, do you think Surging Sparks will fall in price like the booster boxes? So Surging Sparks actually just came down in price just a little bit recently. It got up to $250. Now last sold $247, $229, $239, $239. Tons of sales at $239. But I do feel like, you know, a lot more people are going to be buying Prismatic Evolutions. We got more pre-orders to pay for. I'm sure we're going to have some Prismatic Evolution pre-order drops soon for some of the next waves. You know, we got Journey Together. There's a lot of things, you know, people are buying right now. And so many people are rushing to get Sword and Shield before it gets like crazy expensive. So I have a feeling some of these Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes will come down in price a little bit. And then, like I said before too, I really feel like in 2025, Pokemon is just going to reprint everything all at once. Like all the distributors will be able to have, you know, all the different sets. But I don't think they're going to reprint Scarlet and Violet Base, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian Flames, and Paradox Rift though. I feel like those probably will not get a reprint. So I feel like those will probably keep slowly climbing. But all right, next question is from @Shot by Miles Mentis. What do you think is the best Dratini or Dragonair card printed? Whichever you like more. Super good question. And the answer is this right here. And that is the base set, but we're going to take a little peek. The base set Dragonair, the first Dragonair, is the best Dragonair. If this card was like a full illustration rare or a special illustration rare, it would just be absolutely beautiful. This is my all-time favorite card. Like in all of Pokemon history, this is number one. But there are a few other ones that I absolutely love. Erica's Dragonair, I was so happy that, you know, she actually got a holo card, you know, and then I was also super pumped that we got an illustration rare in 151. I still do like the base set more just because it's so nostalgic to me and the background is just insane. You know, there's so many good Dragonair cards. I do have every single Dragonair card. You know, this level 31 here with like these flowers on the tree is just crazy. And then, you know, we got a couple cool Delta species ones, you know, pretty solid. Light Dragonair is cool. And then I think the Dragon Vault one has one of the coolest holos that like go perfectly with Dragonair. Check that out. Super cool card. I have like 5 of these. But yeah, Dragonair, no joke. Dragonair and Suicune are my 2 favorite Pokemon of all time. Super good question. Next is from @Robert Magallanes 8561. Do you think the 5th anniversary Chinese Pikachu promo will do well long term? Thanks for the awesome videos and Happy New Year's. So, yeah, I feel like that thing's going to be tough to get, which sucks because I kind of wanted it. These are the only type of cards that I really collect for other languages, are the cards that like we do not get that are just crazy. Like if we got this card in a set, it really reminds me too of like the Sun and Moon secret rare cards that I'm obsessed with that I talk about all the time that are still pretty affordable, around $50, $60 in near mint condition. But yeah, I wish I would have got one of these. Last sold raw 300 and a PSA 10 488, 450. A 9 went for 305. A CGC Pristine 10 sold for 650. I hope it comes down in price, but I have a feeling it won't. All right, next question is from @Aiden Jones 7010. Hi Beard, I bought 2 sealed cases of Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETBs for €160 each. Was this a good pickup? Thank you. Yeah, that's not bad. Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETBs, very, very solid. Very good looking ETB. There's just no promos, and it's one less pack than the actual Scarlet and Violet era set. But just remember, this is the second best product that you can get behind a booster box for all of these Sword and Shield sets. So it will move, you know, the booster box is just going to move first, then the Pokemon Center ETBs and regular ETBs. But last sold, it's moving right now. 80, 90, 85, 67, 70, 70. All right, next question is from @KingMW7RR. Will Paldean Face Charizard PSA 10 go up in value or should I just sell it? So last sold in a PSA 10, 430, 466, 499. If you think about it, the Bubble Mew is selling for right around $1,000 now. So I could honestly see this card getting a little more expensive. I don't think it will ever pass the Bubble Mew. because pretty much everybody loves the Bubble Mew, and I've seen a lot of people say they do not like this card because of the crown and stuff. Even though I always say I like this one so much more than the Obsidian Flames one. This one reminds me of Red Eyes Black Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm a huge fan of. But I could see this card being a $600-700 card maybe. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but I could definitely see it going up. All right, next question is from @OoSoul22. Hey Beard, first time asking, what are your thoughts on picking up the Greninja Gold Star promo from Celebrations? Then we also got another one from @DGenDuckCards. What do you think about the Celebrations Greninja Gold Star promo? They are extremely affordable right now, but will they ever rise? So I have a feeling they will pop off on the 30th anniversary. I have like 30 of these cards. They were literally a couple dollars. But Gold Stars, if you guys do not know about Gold Stars, they're basically some of the most expensive cards in all of Pokemon history. You know, a lot of these cards, especially in PSA 10s, blow anything modern out of the water. I guess maybe not the Umbreon now, but that's getting pretty expensive. But the Gold Star Greninja, an awesome promo. It came in the Celebrations ETB. The Celebrations ETB is going up, and so is the card. But yeah, look at this. The card was literally $1, and now last sold $373, $699, $412, $5, $373. That is very, very cheap, especially, you know, it is a Gold Star. So yeah, I think it can definitely be a $10, $15, maybe even a $20 card someday for sure. All right, next question is from @ZachOverly5450. Hey Beard, what are your thoughts on the Charizard UPC? I've been loving the girl since I picked one up at 115 last year. What do you think its 5 to 10 year potential is? So it's weird for Pokemon, like once stuff hits like $500, it kind of levels out a lot of times because there's just not that many people that can spend $500 or more on products. So I have a feeling this box will easily get to $500. You know, it's probably going to take a couple years maybe. But all right, next question is from @Nightpools2248. I'm trying to complete the Surging Spark set. Do you think I should wait for the reprint to try to get some of the bigger hits like Pikachu and Latias? Also, I was able to snag 4 Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETBs. Do you think I should sell one to pay for my Journey Together pre-orders or keep it sealed and see if it goes up more? So I do feel like we will get a solid Surging Sparks reprint, and then we're going to have a bunch of new sets where I could see some of the cards coming down in price a little bit. You know, especially the Pikachu. The Pikachu is still very expensive. So I'd probably wait on the Pikachu. I feel like the Milotic isn't too bad, and like, you know, the Hydreigon and stuff, they're not too expensive. So if you got to get those, that isn't too bad. You probably won't lose too much money if they do come down in price. And then for the Prismatic Evolution ETBs, Journey Together is a ways away before you have to worry about paying for that pre-order. I would definitely not sell your Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center ETBs. If those get a reprint, it'll last literally 30 seconds, and we'll probably never get a reprint of those again. Those would definitely be solid long-term holds. All right, next question is from @Broden116. Hey Beard, love the content as always. Do you think the Pokemon Center, due to crazy demand, will institute smaller order sizes like they did with Prismatic Evolutions to only 2? Therefore, there will be no more case orders. Journey Together had 2 right off the bat. So no Pokemon Center ETB cases for Journey Together, and I feel like that is going to be the norm from now on. And I have a feeling, especially for like Team Rocket, it might be like a limit of 1 per person, which is honestly probably smart in what they should do. You know, it's going to suck for the people that want to get a bunch, but it'll help out the people that just want to get 1. So I have a feeling they're going to do that for sure, which I'm okay with. Next is from @MrBurger5261. Hey Beard, do you think it would be smarter to buy 2 Fusion Strike booster boxes or 1 Evolving Skies booster box? If you're going to spend that much money, I'd probably get Evolving Skies. Next is from @JKX8. Hi Beard, can you talk a little bit about your thoughts on Hidden Fates? Because I know it doesn't have any alt arts, but it still seems super underrated in this current bull market, and everyone loves opening the set. I see it as slowly rising, but do you think that it will have a big spike in the next coming years? Thank you. So I don't think Hidden Fates is going to have a huge spike. If you really think about it, Hidden Fates is surrounded by beautiful tag team alternate arts. Then we have the entire Sword and Shield era with all those alternate arts. Then the entire Scarlet and Violet era with all these special illustration rares. If you're somebody new coming into the hobby, the odds of you wanting Hidden Fates is just pretty much unlikely. You have so many other options that have technically better arts, which we can all agree on, because most of Hidden Fates is just full arts or Pokemon just standing there. So, you know, the new cards have a lot more art to them. So I just can't see Hidden Fates popping off crazy like that. I do think Paldean Fates actually helps save Hidden Fates a little bit by actually continuing and having another pretty solid shiny set, even though we all wish we would have got a few more special illustration rares in the set. But, you know, with the baby shinies, I feel like that kind of helps save Hidden Fates a little bit. But yeah, I just can't see it going crazy. All right, next question is from a member @MichaelReady6281. Hello Beard, I managed to get 2 Pokemon Center ETBs for Prismatic. I want the Pokemon Center promo for my collection. Would it be better to keep one and open the other, or try and get a copy off eBay, TCG, etc.? Thanks for any advice in advance. Looking forward to the Japanese video already. So yeah, I will be dropping a all Japanese market video, I think at the end of the month this month. So definitely check that out. So yeah, I don't know. If you only have 2, it's tough. I would definitely wait to see how much that EV promo is going for, which is actually the next question is from another member at TPokePulls. If you had to guess, what do you think the first PSA 10 of the EV PC promo card from Prismatic Evolutions will go for? I think it has huge potential to beat the early SIR Pikachu sales from Surging Sparks. Yeah, that first sale is going to be thousands of dollars probably, but I have no clue what that card is going to settle at. Hopefully it won't be ridiculously expensive raw for the people like, that want to just buy the card, that don't want to open their Pokemon Center ETBs. But if I only had 2 Pokemon Center ETBs, I would probably not open them, especially with a set like Prismatic Evolutions, to where those things are basically a gold mine, and you got to think it's a set with no booster boxes. So that is the best possible product that you can even really get because it has that exclusive promo. So I would definitely wait to see what the EV is on the secondary market. And if it is absolutely ridiculous, then, of course, then you can open it because then it makes sense. You're getting the value right away, which there is a chance that EV is super expensive. I'm very curious to see the prices on that thing. Next question is from at Hansen5040. Hey Beard, go Twins from Minnesota myself. Nice. I don't have necessarily as much long-term exposure to the Pokemon market as yourself, so I don't have much reference to Pokemon market trends in years past. I've got some sealed Evolving Skies and would love to eventually sell and take my earnings to spend on other product. In your opinion, when do you think would be the best time to take profit on Evolving Skies? So I kind of have a rule. Evolving Skies and Team Up, we don't sell. That's just my rule. They're the best 2 sets pretty much ever created. It's just, we're not going to get those sets again. And they're still better than anything we've really got in the entire Scarlet and Violet era. Especially high value cards. We already seen that just the Evolving Skies set alone has more valuable cards than the entire Scarlet and Violet era for like high price cards. So I don't sell any Evolving Skies and I don't sell any Team Up. Now, if you absolutely need the money, just make sure you sell whatever you have most of first. Don't go sell your one and only booster box or your last 2 ETBs. If you got other stuff, just try to sell that stuff first. But really, I would just try to hold on to Evolving Skies as long as possible. All right, next question is from at Psychotic Krichu 9. I probably butchered that. I have the Surging Sparks Pikachu, and for sure it wouldn't get a PSA 10. I was thinking of selling it for other sealed products or even selling for less than maybe finding one that would get a 10. Thoughts? Anytime you sell a card to invest into sealed products and you don't open them, that's probably a little bit smarter. Especially, if you know that card is for sure not going to get a 10 and you can get a good deal on some solid sealed products, like some Prismatic Evolutions for MSRP, that's definitely a little bit smarter in my opinion. Next is from at KF Videos. Do you think that we will have another trainer boom in the future? Yeah, I do have a feeling the trainers will have another little boom. I don't think it will be as big as it was last time. And I have a feeling it's going to happen in like the next 3 to 6 months with all these like new sets like battle partners and stuff and really going in with the actual trainers. I feel like it would definitely make those jump a little bit. Next is from at K9 Fire Collectibles. Hey Beard, as per your content is some of the best in our hobby. Keep the beard and the content coming. I have something to ponder. How do you feel about serialized cards for the top hits in each set, similar to MTG? I'm in 2 minds on this part. Part of me hates the idea, but I think Pokemon could do a more hobby-friendly take on it without getting too many backs up like Hasbro has in the past. It may make the chase cards, non-serialized, slightly more affordable. Difficult question to answer, I know. Yeah, I feel like if we did have serialized cards, it would make our regular chase cards dirt cheap, which kind of sucks if you really think about it. People will only really want the serialized cards. The special illustration rare cards would then basically just turn into full arts, because everybody's going to want these high value, crazy cards. And if you guys think prices are bad on some of these new sets, it would be crazy. Like if we know there's a card out there that's like a 10 of 10 or 5 of 5 or 1 of 1, the boxes are going to be hundreds of dollars like it is for sports cards and stuff. And, like some of the Magic boxes. And, it's just not a good idea. And I really hope Pokemon doesn't do that. I feel like they're keeping it in their back pocket for like when Pokemon is about to die out. Then they will do that because it will bring a ton of new people into the hobby for sure. Money brings people into the hobby. Rarity brings people into the hobby. So if we actually get some actual rare Pokemon cards, it would be crazy. So maybe one day they will do it when they absolutely need to. All right, next is from at Alejandro Hernandez IX7VV. Would it be smart to trade prismatic products for Evolving Skies products at 80% value? I have a feeling a reprint is coming for Prismatic Evolutions, and with Evolving Skies being so hard to find nowadays, I feel like it would be a good move. I would probably trade pretty much any new product for Evolving Skies, to be honest. We're not going to get a reprint of Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is the best set. But at 80% value, I'd probably try to get a little bit more, to be honest, because Prismatic is hot. All right, last question is from @JapanMan3593. Hello, Mr. Beard. I'm somewhat new to the hobby and really enjoy your thoughts and insight on the current market. My question is, do you think we will see an increase in Japanese steel products because their English counterparts are so difficult to secure? Yes, I do feel like Japanese will definitely go up in price. It happens pretty much every time. When English gets super expensive, a lot of people go to Japanese. So yeah, I definitely feel like that will happen. And I think it's actually happening right now. There is a good amount of cards that are slowly starting to move, and a lot of products that are starting to move for the Japanese side, which is why I'm going to do that monthly series just once a month where I cover everything in the Japanese market. Like I said, I'll be doing that at the end of the month. So definitely check that out. But yeah, I mean, it just makes sense, especially if people are about to quit. It's like, you might as well go buy some Japanese cards. The arts are beautiful. I mean, most illustration rares that are $30, $40, $50 for English are literally like $5, $10 for Japanese. So if you guys just want to get some solid Pokemon cards, you guys can definitely get Japanese. And there's also like Korean and Chinese. POKENE sells a bunch of different languages. If you guys just want to rip open some packs, they're still very, very affordable. But all right, that was today's Pokemon What If Wednesday. Like I mentioned before, if you guys have any questions, please drop them down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And if you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And then too, if you guys want to support more, you can hop over to my Instagram, give me a follow there, or you can join my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. And I always post when stuff comes back in stock. Like I posted when the Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs came into stock. I posted that ASAP, and I know a lot of people were able to score some. So definitely check that out. And then too, if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon Market Monday, which was, no joke, my longest Market Monday ever. I think it was almost 40 minutes long. And I even had a little card show footage at the end. Click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.